Hello, tabletop basketball fans. This is Rod. I was just going to run through a couple more computer based basketball simulations. One's very simple to use, the other one's a bit more difficult, and I'll start with the easy one today. This is just a simple website. I've shown this on my Facebook group named Tabletop Basketball Board Games before, but it kind of gets lost in the shuffle. You go to a website, as you can see over here, whatifsports.com. And then there's a number of tabs at the top. They'll say main, Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL, NHL, NCAA football, NCAA basketball, and which means you can basically take any team throughout history and play a quickie version of a game between the two teams just to settle the score. Say, hey, I want to play a quick 7-game series between a couple of teams, and you can play it out. You can cross leagues with the NBA version here. It also includes every ABA team that lasted through the 9 years of the American Basketball Association. So you can say, could any of these ABA teams have beaten, say, Bill Russell's Celtics, like say the Kentucky Colonels, 75 champions. You can go here and just say, let's see, Boston Celtics. Let's go back to the 60s and just say the 66 team with Bill Russell, or 68 with Bill Russell, and you can set that team as the home team, I believe. You can set your lineups. You can edit the depth chart. Let's set the away team here. Let's see what the depth chart looks like. I forget. It's been a while. So you can see who's coming off the bench, who's playing. I recall a couple of my favorite teams. If there's a player that's been injured for an extended period of time, like a Rick Barry or a Jerry West, they might have their minutes, their target minutes limited. So you can adjust that for the game or for the series you're playing. So you can generate play-by-play. There's an announcement there. There's probably a paid version that you can do more things. There's also the basketball reference here. Wonder what that does. Let's just take a quick look. Oh, it just talks about the team you want to play. What a nice little link so you can preview your game. But if you want to play the game and just see what's going to happen, we got Russell, Bailey Howell, Havlicek, Sam Jones, and Siegfried. Maybe not the greatest of the classic Celtics teams, but enough to win a championship, versus the Colonels, which had deadly Louis Dampier out of University of Kentucky, who came to the Colonels, along with University of Kentucky's Dan Issel, Will Jones, Ted Mad Dog or Hound Dog McLean, and the A-Train at center. So A-Train and Russell, that's quite a matchup. So let's see if we play this game out. We hit the button, and it says, boom, Kentucky wins game 1 of the series. Artis Gilmore, player of the game, 25 points, 11 boards, 5 blocks. I always find this a little interesting, too. They will integrate the three-point shot for both teams. Like Kentucky, surprisingly, if they had Darryl Carrier still, I guess they would have taken more threes. But Will Jones took the only three-pointer. That was probably at the end of a period because he didn't shoot threes at all. Meanwhile, the Celtics were led by 27 with Sam Jones, and he made a three-pointer, even though Sam Jones never played in an era of the three-point shot in the NBA. He did play in 67, 68, and 68, 69, but only the ABA had the 25-foot three-pointer at the time. So, as you can see, the Celtics, they shot 43.9 from the floor. It's amazing, though. It's a quick, full box score with modernized, with obviously projections for assists, steals, and blocks. And look what happened here. Artis Gilmore blocked 5 shots. So, that shows you, could he have dominated? Could the Colonels have won? I mean, and I'm not sure. I think you can probably, you can save the game or print the box score if you like, which is fun. It's just quick stats. I don't think there's if you bought the paid version, I'm guessing you can probably have a stat accumulator and play your own, season or series. So let's say that matchup for game 2. Let's see what happens in game 2. Let's play a second game here. About the same result. Colonels 113, Celtics 107. Gilmore cannot be stopped with 33 points, 23 boards. I didn't even check how many boards Russell had the last game. He had 17 in this one, 4 blocks. And Gilmore, 5 blocks, 5 assists. He's playing like a Greek god right now. in this game. A 37-point fourth period for a comeback win for the Kentucky Colonels. You know, it's just fun. I mean, I could change that team and say, well, I don't know about the Kentucky Colonels of 75. Or, oh, that was the 76? I swear I picked the 75 team, but that had to be the 75 team. It was 75 because they had Dan Issel. Dan Issel was not a Kentucky player in 76. He went to Denver. So I was just going to go to Denver, try a 76 Denver. That would be a fun matchup right there. And let's change the home team. Let's try like another great team and maybe an overlooked team from the 70s. How about the Washington Bullets of 1975, the team that lost to the Golden State Warriors, the Cinderella story. And they had 60 wins. They got swept by the Warriors in 1975, 4-0 in the finals. So, Denver. I wanted to get the 76 Denver. How did I not pop that in? There we go. So we set the away team. 60-20 for Denver. This team could play. Rookie David Thompson out of NC State. Dan Issel now manning the middle after leaving Kentucky and Artis Gilmore. Bobby Jones, Hall of Famer, just a fabulous defensive player. Oh, look, I got the 96-97 Bullets. A little default changeroo here. Okay, there we go, 75. Set the home team. And this team has a couple Hall of Famers in Elvin Hayes and Wes Unseld, and a very fine guard in Phil Chenier, whose career was cut short a little bit by a back injury. So let's see what happens here. It says generate play-by-play. Let's click that button. See what happens. Boom. Nuggets win. Just too much offense for Denver, I bet. Bullets were a little streaky on offense. There's your 24 points from Dan Issel, the player of the game, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. How did Bobby Jones do on defense? No blocks or steals, kind of surprising. And in this game, there was only 3 3-point attempts taken. Generally, the ABA didn't take too many threes, so. And there's your Bullets. 443 from the field, but they made 6 3-pointers, which they never did in real life. I just find the projections interesting. Not that they're entirely realistic by any means, but they did keep track of block shot steals in that era. And the ABA kept track of turnovers. The NBA did not keep track of individual turnovers, so anything the Bullets got there was a projection. And that surprised me. I've been looking into some stats and working on a project, an ABA project for Fast Break. That's not a spoiler at all. And I found out even in 1969, the ABA kept track of offensive rebounds, turnovers, and just stats that the NBA took another 5 years to do. I mean, NBA adopted offensive rebounds, I believe, in 74, and not individual turnovers till 1978. So that makes it tough to recreate or homebrew any season you're trying to do. But anyway, that game's a whole lot of fun, and I was just going to throw that out there. I'll put a link in the description. It's whatifsports.com/NBA. And a heck of a game. Just a fun little matchup. If you only have 5 minutes of time and you just want to see what happens, you can use any team. You could take 2022 teams, play them against a 1953 team, and see how it works out. Anyway, which leads me to my next game, which is a bit more difficult to play and is only available through a member on our Facebook group named Michele Montagni. Michele is born and raised in Italy. Strangely enough, he fell in love with Fast Break Pro Basketball by Jim Mickey back in the 1970s, and I've been in conversation with him over the last 4 years, and he's made trips during the 1990s out here to the United States just to visit fellow gamers and Jim Mickey himself, and just as a true fan of Fast Break Basketball, thinks it's the greatest thing of all time, and I concur. I think it's one of the best basketball sim ever created. I do play more hoops right now, but that's primarily because it's still being created and printed, and new classic and brand new seasons are being produced by Mark Vasilio. So Fast Break is kind of like the originator Hoops kind of carried on a lot of Fast Break's traditions, but has its own special place as an interesting game as well. So I'm going to show you, I provided 2 prior videos of basketball simulations. One was Hoops PC, and one was Will Massey's Fast Break, which is played with Microsoft Access and a little simple program. Well, this is a much more complex program, and it's also a very dated program running in a DOS environment, disk operated system, I believe. Is that what DOS means? It's so old. But anyway, to bring modern games into old games into the modern era, there's been this program created quite a while back called Dosbox. You can see it in this little corner. I'll kind of highlight it here. And Dosbox, this is easily downloadable anywhere. Just look up Dosbox with a Google search and you can download a very simple, quick download. But what this enables you to do is to take files that are done in DOS format and put them on a modern day PC. This is a five-year-old laptop that's got the newest Windows 11 operating software on it. So I'm doing, the newest stuff, and this game was created probably in the 1990s, I would guess. Michele Montagni is a computer programmer. I'm assuming he's retired by now. He's probably in his 70s. And a very nice guy. He's provided me with a lot of information about the history of Fast Break and other games. He follows everything. And this game is called Micro Fast Break. And I've the only way to make Micro Fast Break work, here's Micro FB. This file, you open it up and it's a bunch of weird files. The application file's capital FB right here. So Michele would gladly, share his works with you if you came on the Fast Break tabletop basketball board game site and send him a private message or something or whatever. I will post this this video on tabletop basketball board games and YouTube, so you can be in touch with him if you're interested in this game. But it's far more difficult to set up and run, but once it runs, it's a fun little game. So Micro FB, what you need to do is you need to put it within your operating system C drive on its own. So I got Micro FB all in caps just for ease. And after you do that, you need to go into Dosbox, and I'll talk you through this thing, and you're not going to probably understand what's going on. But anyway, here's Dosbox, and I actually fixed it so you can get full screen upon startup. But you'll probably get, if you load Dosbox in its default format, you'll probably get this Alt-Enter, and it's Alt-Enter which makes it go from big screen to small screen. You'll get this little minute screen. But anyway, I'm going to make it big so we can all read it. And what you need to do is mount your C drive, which is a very interesting phrasing, but that's the way it works. I'm going to try and do this very quickly. Let's see. I'm going to put, you got to type in caps, mount C space C colon and backslash. And you put the file that you want to go after, which is Micro FB in this case. Okay, let's see if that works. C drive is mounted as local directory C. And then after you do that, you want to change your drive to the C. So you just put C prompt. I think it's C prompt. See, now we've got the C drive, and this is all just a bunch of DOS-based program. You can go to any Facebook page and look up Dosbox Play Games, and you can find a way to do this, but this is how I do it. And then CD, which is, I think, change directory, and you type in the name of the file. Micro FB. Whoops, I did something wrong. What did I do wrong there? Micro FB. Oh, maybe Maybe I can just run the game from here. And the game in the file is just FB. Maybe that's how it works. Okay, got it. And there's your DOS-based setup. Micro Fast Break 9.9. And he put his own little spin on it. You'll see a couple of things. There'll be dazzlers and things during this game. But basically, Micro Fast Break Pro Basketball is around from 1973-74 through 1985-86 as far as seasons go. They skipped a couple years due to family financial woes. But in all, they created 11 full seasons of basketball simulation. And what Michele did is he took the two teams that appeared in the NBA Finals, and he programmed each of those two teams into the game. So 11 championship matchups, 22 teams are in this game. And so you have a chance here to play a new game, resume a suspended game, which, I don't know, it didn't work for me. It couldn't find the save game I went after. So I just kind of play an occasional game once in a while. You can terminate the program very easily here. So let's get into a game. Ask if you want to use pregame injury. And I'll say, sure. Which is the amount, basically the amount of games played by each of the players. So there's kind of like a pregame injury roll if you're playing the card version of who gets to play and who doesn't. Play on a neutral court? Nah. And this is where you select your teams. You can see all of them. They go from 74 through 86. See, Jim Mickey did not make a season for 84, 85. 81, 82. So there was a couple gaps in there. But still, these are all championship matchup teams. And you can, if you follow basketball, you know that the 74 Bucks won 59 games. And if they didn't lose Lucius Allen in 1974 for the playoffs, they would have toppled those Celtics and not taken them to 7 games. The Celtics just had quicker guards. Oscar Robertson was huffing and puffing at 45 minutes a game in his finals appearance. That Bucks team, highly underrated during the 1970s. That team could have won 3 championships very easily. Would have changed Kareem's legacy too. They would have been a champion with, prior to Magic Johnson, more than just one time. So, but anyway, that's how history works. Injuries are part of the game. There's no sour grapes. And let's see, we got the Warriors of 75, that miracle team. Let's take a matchup between someone from the 80s here. Who do we like? Well, you either love them or you hate them. The 82-83 Lakers, let's see how good they are. They got beat by the Sixers. Yeah, let's throw them in. Oh, because I did the pregame injuries, Bob McAdoo was unable to play because of a pregame injury. So that's kind of cool. See, it automatically rolled for you. Yeah, Big Mac in 83, he might have missed anywhere from 20 to 50 games. He only played 47 games. You can see it right there. So there's the lineup. 14 guys. Jim Mickey put a lot of players into this lineup. So 14 players. Only 12 can play. So I got to discard a couple players. Let's say Clay Johnson. Not going to play him. How about the Mixer? Only played 1 game with the Lakers, but I do like myself some Mixer. I thought he only played 1 game. Maybe, yeah, I'm pretty sure he signed for like a last minute. I'm pretty sure. Or did he play at the Bucks most of the year? Yeah, he only played 1 game with the Lakers. But let's find another guy who didn't play much. Eddie Jordan. 30% from the field, 31 games, 35 games. Let's get rid of him. So, I picked 2. I'm down to 12 players. Escape that. Oh, did I do that right? Oh, I got to select the home team. Let's have some fun. That Bucks team is a heck of a fun team to play. Let's just do that. There's only 10 players on the Bucks, so there are no pregame injuries. The one season that Jim Mickey, the initial fast break season, only 10 players were on each roster, so there was plenty of time, playing time for all these players. We don't have to eliminate any. So playoff game, let's just say yes, it's a playoff game. change the lineup, and it's already pre-selected the 5 positions. Norm at guard, Magic at point, Silk Wilkes at forward, Worthy at power forward, which that's not a high rebounding group, but they're quicker than quick. You know, they get on the break. And an aging Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who's still a very good player, especially offensively. And we'll just say no. We got to choose a triggerman and an alternate triggerman for each team. So he can actually go to escape, and you can see the first half of the first quarter. Abdul-Jabbar, first and second half of the first quarter. And Jamal Wilkes gets the alternate triggerman nod here. So we're going to go with that. We'll just go with that. Jabbar and Wilksy. All right. Oh, yeah, I love how that skips too. Triggerman. It skips to the starters. So Nixon, Johnson, Wilkes. Good. And now here's the Bucks change the lineup. No Allen, Big O, Dandridge, Curtis Perry, Abdul-Jabbar. We're not changing that lineup. They're deadly. The triggerman, I believe it's Kareem like the entire time. The 74 season's a little different than the 83 version. They got a playmaker which is built in, and it's already on the card, so I do not have to select a playmaker. But it looks like Jabbar's there for the first 18 minutes of the game, as you can see right there. So let's select the triggerman. Let's begin some play. And it'll start to scroll. It's a text-based scrolling game. There's not a lot of a dazzler from Johnson. Jabbar with the stuff. Up, Kareem fouled. It keeps track of a quick running play of, well, it looks like Kareem scores the Bucks lead 4-2 early. Jabbar to Johnson. They're working their magic, so to speak. And this shows the time ticking down. But you can see how it just flows. This is all fast break cards programmed into this DOS-based program, and it just goes. He's got his own little sayings, ball dances on the rim, little things to make the game a little interesting. That's kind of unique to some of the programmable PC-type simulations. There's an air ball by the Big O, grabs his own rebound, shot by Allen off target, rebound by Wilkes. Fast break, which means they're referring to an electronic fast break card, which is the signature of fast break. And it'll warn you. See, Magic's got 2 fouls, and I can hit any button and get him out of there because he might get his third. The way this game works, sometimes you get a lot of fouls very quickly. You gotta, and there's options to actually play safe, which is what I'm gonna probably do. I'm gonna hit a character. I'm gonna set change for the Lakers. Change lineup. Let's just say no. No. Play safe. It says neutral to safe. We'll say yes. And we'll go Magic. Enter. Wait. I thought I hit that. Oh, there it is. Asterisk next to his fouls. That'll harm him a little defensively, but it'll keep him most likely, because Magic doesn't foul out, from getting another foul. So there you go. Resume the game. You can see the asterisk over here, which means Magic is playing off his man, Oscar Robertson. Imagine that lineup. The Big O versus Magic Johnson. That would be a great matchup if Oscar was a little bit younger. Magic obviously has the upper hand here, but Oscar's no slouch. This is his final season in 1974. It's a pretty close game so far. No one is really pulling away. 7-12. And I didn't make the point that Abdul-Jabbar is playing against Abdul-Jabbar. It's the 74 Kareem against the 83 Kareem. Why did I not make that comparison? I don't know. It's that type of day, I guess. So when Kareem blocks Kareem, I got to keep my wits about me and not think that it's some kind of weird thing going on. It's the 74 Kareem was, I think, 27.7 a game. very solid. The 83 Kareem was about 22 a game, but obviously he's playing within a different team concept where he's not as much the focus, but they still go, either team, they go to him when they need a quick, they need a basket in the clutch. Bucks take it down. Allen shoots, won't go. Oscar Robertson tips it in. Probably a tip chart play. And so the Big O actually has 4 points. Magic's still stuck on 2. Robertson to Dandridge. Easy basket. Big Bob Dandridge, who just made the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame, National Basketball Hall of Fame this year. 8 points. Took him quite a few decades to finally get elected into the Hall of Fame. Dandridge played in the finals with both the Bucks and the Washington Bullets, so I think he is credited with scoring the most points in finals games during the 1970s. Some odd statistic like that, because he played with the 71 Bucks, the 74 Bucks, and then two Washington Bullets teams that went to the finals as well. So that's about as many. That's 4 times about as many as you're going to get during the 1970s, which was an era of a lot of parity, not a lot parity, not a lot of no repeat champions. So first quarter's winding down. A couple more guys have 2 fouls, and that quarter's running out 8 seconds. Johnson scores. Lakers by 6 after 1. Now, there's not really a lot of, I don't see a lot of things you can do as far as checking your score. There's a quick score here. At the end of the game, it'll give you a full readout of all this, of everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you here. We got, if you want to make some changes, you can hit Y. And I got to get Cooper in there. I'm going to start Normie. Cooper. I'm going to switch some things up. Let's just put the mixer in there. Do I put Dirty Kurt Rambis in there or Landsberger? Oh, we'll put Kurt in there. And without McAdoo, we're going to go with Dwight Jones in the middle. Select the triggerman and alternate. You can see the first 3 minutes are Worthy. And Johnson, the backup, is McGee. So I don't have Worthy in the game. So I'm going to go and change that lineup again. I'll get James in there. Or I'll just throw McGee in there. Let's see. Oops. Oh, well, do I have to pick one just temporarily? I'll throw Mixer in there. And Nixon, whatever. No, I guess I got to change the lineup for the Lakers one more time. So we're going to go with, whoops, I got to do this. Oh, geez, it just played. It's all keyboard tap. So anyway, I'm going to change that lineup for the Lakers, finally. Okay, change lineup, yes. I'm going to go with Nixon. I'm going to go McGee at guard. Coop at small forward. I'm going to go Landsberger at power forward. I've been wanting to put him in anyway. And Dwight Jones. So I'm going to put McGee as the triggerman. Oh, I want to check who the other guy was. Johnson, Worthy. Ah, dang it. Either way, I'm going to put McGee as the triggerman, and I'm just going with Nixon. You don't have to go exactly with what they say. So anyway, the Bucks not much depth on this team, so let's change the lineup. Let's keep Kareem in there. Let's put Ron Williams and Johnny McLaughlin. I like those guards. Mickey Davis at forward. And Terry Driscoll to go. Keep Kareem in there. He's a monster. Select the triggerman. Kareem. No. Resume. And there we go. 32-28. Anyway, I'm going to speed this game up to the fourth quarter, complete the game, show you how the box score looks after the fact. So hold on. Well, we're back with about 3 minutes to play, and actually 2:36 left to play. And this has been a back and forth game. The Lakers had as much as a 10-point lead in the third quarter, but the Bucks stormed back and are now ahead by 4 with 2:36 to go. We're going to play out the final couple of plays. I'm going to go with the toggle play-by-play mode. You can turn that on so it'll stop after every play. I won't miss anything that way. With 2:36 to go, we're playing the game right now. And the Bucks have the ball. Allen shoots and scores. Lakers got a basket back by Worthy, no problems. 119-115. Jabbar steals the ball from Jabbar. And the Lakers, Jabbar gets the ball, shoots, no good. Dandridge with the board. Dandridge has 28 points. He and Oscar Robertson. Big 0-21. I want to know what he's shooting from the field, though. I have Kareem playing safe. You can see the asterisk over there. So 1:40 to go. Bucks by 4 points. Still, game in the balance. Good consistency by the Lakers. 21 for Wilkes, 22 for Worthy, 23 for Kareem, but 5 fouls. Ooh, I've got to get Kareem out of here. I'm going to play Kareem safe just in case it gets close again. Let's see here. So all I have to do that, you go to Lakers. Both Kareems have gotten each other in foul trouble. Change lineup? No. No. Yes. It's this little thing here. I can get a little asterisk next to Kareem. He's played 36 minutes. He's got 23 points on 9 for 16. We'll get full stats at the end of the game. So anyway, Lakers are down 6. I don't want the old Kareem to foul out. I need him to. His rebounding's not that great anyway. So 121-115. Wilkes misses. Kareem has the rebound. I assume it's the Bucks Kareem. No good by Warner. Rebound by Warner. Timeout. All right, 1:12 on the clock. 6-point lead for Milwaukee. 8-point lead for Milwaukee. Worthy scores very quickly. This is by Magic. Bucks get the ball. Kareem. Blocked by Kareem. That's happened about 4 times this game. But the Bucks get the team rebound. Wilkes fouls Lucius. And Lucius was such a key player. If he wasn't injured for the playoffs, that Bucks team would have had another crown. And it's looking like the Bucks are going to pull this one off. No good by Wilkes. Lucius with the board. Good balance by the Bucks. Cornell with a big game, and Big O scoring 21 points is well above his 14 or so average. 125, 117. Lakers, no good. Rebound Warner. Kareem to Robertson. Great pass, probably an assist. And that's it. It goes very quickly like that. I'm just going to put nothing for that. Put the date in. a couple informational things. And now you can actually see, type an asterisk for the screen. So this shows you the final line score, Bucks 127 of 1974, the 83 Lakers 119. And the Lakers had some pretty good balance. They didn't have great. Let's check their bench here. I put McGee in at the start of the fourth quarter. He missed about 3 shots in a row. I took him right back out. Mike McGee did not have an efficient game, 4 for 11. But you can see assists, personal fouls, steals, turnovers, and blocks. 33 assists for the Lakers as a team. They actually shot 541 from the floor, but only made 56.5% of their free throws. That may have been a difference right there. 10 missed free throws and 23 tries. Worthy was only 2 for 6. But he was 11 for 15 from the floor. So he was doing efficient at one end and not at the other end. Shows the number of team rebounds. 6 block shots, 3 of them by Kareem. I played him about 38 minutes. The old man had 28 3 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 blocks. So pretty good performance there. Just this Bucks team is very good defensively, even though they gave up a 54% shooting. I think on the regular season, they only allowed about 43%, so that was quite an impressive offensive display. But of course, this is a mixed group of teams, so stats can kind of get weird. The Bucks shot 53%, and they were about a 49% shooting team at least because of Kareem's high accuracy. And Kareem did not have any accuracy today. 8 for 20, 11 boards, nearly fouled out. Both Kareems had 5 fouls. This is the younger, quicker Kareem. He had 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks, just like his twin on the other side. The Big O was only 6 for 14, but he did get 11 for 12 from the line for 23 points, 10 assists. Bob Dandridge gets my MVP, though. He brought them back. 14 for 21, 10 boards. I think he was the MVP. Oscar's very close. Played a little. He showed glimmers of his former prime self there. Lucius Allen also had a good game with 8 of 15, 8 assists. Big O did have 10 assists. I could almost give it to Big O, but co-MVPs Big O and Bob Dandridge celebrating his Hall of Fame induction this year. But anyway, I don't know how to print it out. I'm sure there's a printing piece of software that can allow you to print DOS out, but I can take a picture of this screen if I really wanted to save it and put it online. That's probably what I'll end up doing. But anyway, yeah, there's a PRN function, printer, so there's probably a way to link that up to a printer. But anyway, that is Micro Fast Break by Michele Montagni. A fun little game available at the Tabletop Basketball board game site. So anyway, have a good day. Hope you were entertained by these retro versions and modifications in computer format. Some great games. There are just plenty of them out there. This is just my small collection. Everyone have a good day.